Monica, it's a pleasure to be able to chat. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm very happy that we are able to chat. I know you've been only 3 months into the BONT Club, but I you've been sharing some amazing you know wins within the group. So I wanted to hop on a quick call and chat with you. So first off, right, who are you and what do you do?
So my name is Monica and I am a web designer. I have been doing this actually for 6 years. Before I worked in corporate retail of all places for 3 years, and it was not a place where I was necessarily growing a lot, and I just knew that my initial spark of design made me want to work in that, but um, I felt like I wasn't really given the tools to kind of do a lot on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was good experience, but I then after that um, started going to school, and now I'm actually in grad school. So I am doing BONT Club while also in school. Also have a part time job, and also yeah, doing back home. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm juggling, but it feels very possible.
Amazing, amazing. So, what did your life look like prior to enrolling to the Bone Club? And then I'm going to ask you the next question, of course, which is how did it impact your life, right? But let's start with how did your life look prior to enrolling?
Yeah, and I kind of I guess already answered that part a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think more specifically too, I felt like I was very always kind of hesitant and hedging, like, oh, should I try this? Should I give this a shot? I didn't feel very confident in my skills, and even though I was at a place where like that people would take it seriously, I didn't take it seriously. So it kind of was very difficult for me to feel like I could reach out to people and feel good about like saying like, "Hey, this is what I do. Would you like to be a
Mm-hmm.
part of it?" I had a lot of reservations, and even though I don't consider myself introverted, I don't think anyone is precisely introverted or extroverted. I
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of qualities that were very like introverted in themselves, and so
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't getting the support I needed. I don't think I was getting the accountability I needed. I was struggling financially. I didn't, even though I know that you invest to reap more.
Yeah.
I I wasn't living that. I just knew it in my head,
Mm.
and so I think I was just kind of like my thoughts and my feelings and my behavior, they weren't aligned in my business, I'd say.
Mm. Wow. Well, and how did you how do you feel that the Bone Club has impacted your business and your life in these 3 months?
It's just a whole new world. Like I have it really needs this because it feels like walking into a portal into a new life. Um, I I never imagined when I was getting on a call with you and I was like so afraid of like, okay, am I really gonna do this? And you're like, yes, you can trust me, this is gonna be. And I was like, all right, like let's go. Um,
I remember, I
I
totally remember. It was 3 months ago, so it was like I remember your fear. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was so soon ago too, and I was just like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like 100% like do this, but I like in terms of like I don't know if I'm going to get the results that I want. I just know I
Yeah.
have to give myself a shot. And I knew that was
Mm,
really important. Speaking to you, I'm just like I could trust this guy. Like I just really get a vibe where I know that you are what you're about.
mm-hmm,
And that's something that you can't fake. So
mm.
I just had like a really good impression of you, and I just always followed I had been following your YouTube for years, and I'm like I should have done this sooner. Um,
Ah.
so yeah, you're like, I agree.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow, that's really cool to know.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I think even in corporate, like when I was working in corporate, I had known about your videos. So yeah, how did it positively impact my life? It just made it so that it's viable. I am on the road to like leaving this part-time job at some point, and then
Yeah.
being able to, it becomes very possible for me to see myself as a full-time designer.
Mm.
Um, and it complements the rest of my life in a way that I couldn't really give credence to or even imagine would it not be for some of the results I've gotten. So,
That's impressive. Like honestly, I'm very impressed with your progress, and very happy to hear that that you've seen such a transformation in 3 months. So, what are some tangible results that you can share with people hearing that you're comfortable sharing with, right?
of course. Yeah. So, in total, I'm just like looking at my client list here. Like, in total, I have 37 new contacts I did not have before, 37 new relationships.
Wow.
These are some people who are like, some people are acquaintances and I knew them, but having these conversations with them has been like, they're like, wow, it's been so good talking to you. Whether or not they choose to buy or, work with me, it's like, I know that I'm creating relationships that feel really like have a lot of integrity to them. Um,
Mm, I like that word.
that's, yeah. But just like, so having that network and having building this out has been really cool. I've had now, I have 5 new clients since I've started.
Wow.
Um, yeah. And um, 2 of them have been 5K sales. One of them has been 3K sales, a 3K sale. And the other two were smaller, like very short, like 1 week projects.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah. And then I'd
Amazing.
say that the bigger ones happen once I started implementing more of BONT step, like more of the steps in BONT. So,
Mm,
yeah,
amazing. Amazing. Um, and what would you tell someone who is considering investing in the Bone Club?
I would tell them stop thinking. No, no, think. It's good to think. Um, it's really good to think. I think that there's a balance between you get clarity when you act, and I think I was very someone like I was like before even working here I was considering going into being a barista again, and I was like barista money is not good money. Um
Mm,
that's just to say kind of like the level at where I was financially. And
right.
so I was so scared to make a decision, because I like to know everything before I make a
Yeah.
decision. I want to know who wrote it, what Adrian knows this, who wrote the book about it, like where does the philosophy come from? And I think like I started to see how some of those things were actually getting in my way, um, and they were just fear in disguise. Uh,
Mm,
and so, yeah, I would say do your research, but know that if you want to get really good at design and have a business that works with it and not just like, there's so many other people who like offer design business coaching, but I don't see them doing something that is so one-on-one and also so like focused on care and sincerity and like um, really having listening, and listening is like the one thing that really differentiates it, and I value that so much. So I felt like I would tell someone, if you value having a business in design that feels like it has, again, integrity, don't think about it, just do it.
amazing. Amazing. Well, I'm very thankful for your kind words. Anything else that you want to add before we wrap it up? Otherwise, this is amazing for me to hear. I'm so happy to see your journey, right? And to see that you went from literally on our sales call being like full of this fear of the risk, right? Because it is a big risk to invest in your business, and especially when you're
Hmm.
struggling financially, right? Um, to now seeing these results in 3 months, and I know this is like the beginning. I'm looking forward to talking with you again in, like, I don't know, let's say a year or two, and see where you're at. I cannot even imagine. um, but yeah,
Yeah.
any last thoughts or anything else we before we wrap up?
No, I think that's really covers it, or else I feel like I'll just keep like saying like thank you so much, or just like
Yeah,
this
it's
is
fine.
amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so yeah,
yeah. Well, Monica, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much for your time. All the best moving forward, and see you inside the BONT Club.
see you there. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.